Hello, Namaste, Vanakkam, Swagatam, and welcome to our 27th episode. We are completing a whole cycle of Tell Me Appa on this special occasion of this specific episode, and this is for or is dedicated to Dakshinamurthy. So we have our Dakshinamurthy here, and I think it's a good way to complete this cycle. And as it's the 27th episode of season 2 of Tell Me Appa, we are planning to conclude the season 2 with this episode, but we still have more to come. So watch out. Maybe we'll have a small break in between and come up with more ideas so that you all can learn more. So we have that in the upcoming season 3 and season 4, and maybe it will go on. Who knows what's going to happen. So welcoming you all again, and now it's over to Dr. Sir, and we are going to learn about Dakshinamurthy and maybe about Dakshinamurthy and maybe some specific like must know tales for people, because even I don't know much about Dakshinamurthy, so I'm waiting to learn from Dr. Sir. So hope you all are also excited as I am, and let's learn and keep learning and growing.
Namaste, Vanakkam, Swagatam. Happy Diwali, and we felt that this is a good opportunity for us to bring to a conclusion our second season of Tell Me Appa with this 27th episode. I think we had 9 in the first season.
Yeah, first season we had 9, and then in the second season it's 18. So 18 plus 9, it's 27. So I thought it's a good way to complete, it's a whole cycle, and then we'll start with the 28th episode.
Absolutely, and next season we'll look more at personalities and other aspects like that. So before we start, let's invoke the energy of the Guru through Dakshinamurthy Shiva. And right above it, we have Swamiji and Ammaji, our direct gurus who are connecting us to the great lineage of the Rishi culture Ashtanga Yoga Parampara. So let's invoke the Guru with the Guru Gayatri. Om Tad Paramparaya Vidmahi Jnanalingeshwaraya Dhimahi Tanno Guruः Prachodayate. Om. When we talk about Dakshinamurthy, Dakshinamurthy is a form of Lord Shiva. This form of Lord Shiva is the manifestation of the teaching principle, the principle of the teacher, and hence Dakshinamurthy Shiva classically sits in the north facing the south. So this form of Shiva, the depiction of which we have here, is showing us that he sits in the north facing the south. South is called Dakshina. The north is Uttara, south is Dakshina. Hence, he is the Murti. A Murti means a form of the divine. So, Murti represents a form of the divine. The form of the divine as the teacher who sits in the north facing the south, so that the energy from the teacher to the taught, from the Guru to the Shishya, can flow along the electromagnetic lines of the earth. Earth's electromagnetic flux is north to south, and the teaching principle in Indian tradition has aligned with it. The teacher sits in the north, the students sit in the south facing the north, and the teachings flow. So Dakshinamurthy Shiva, Dakshinamurthy, that form of Shiva, that personification that sits in the north and is facing the south. This form of Shiva is very specific to South India, and you find more of it in the south than in the north. And every temple in South India, every Shiva temple in South India will have a Dakshinamurthy Shiva someplace in the temple. And when you go around the temple, if you ever are getting lost, you don't know which is north or south, because South Indian temples are acres and acres and acres filled with shrines. Easy to get lost, like in Tiruvannamalai, Madurai, Meenakshi temple and others. Very easy to get lost. The temples are so huge. All you have to do is find the Dakshinamurthy. Once you find the Dakshinamurthy shrine, you know what is north, what is south, because Dakshinamurthy will always be in the north facing south. This form of Shiva is personified as a young teacher. It is said that he is Yuva, he is youthful. But he is shown with 4 disciples, 1, 2, 3, 4, who are always depicted as rishis, aged rishis. So, the Shishya is Vayovrit. They are senior in age, but the Guru is Yuva. And that is why here it tells us the principle of teaching is always youthfulness. There is no age to the teaching principle. Teaching is timeless. Urveshamapi guruhu kalenana vachedat, as Maharishi Patanjali describes Ishvara in the Yoga Sutra. The principle of the teaching is timeless. It's eternally youthful. Who are these 4 disciples? These 4 disciples, they are actually considered the sons of Lord Brahma. And Lord Brahma is considered to have these Kumaras, the Rishi Kumaras. And these Rishis, in their name you will find the term Sana. Sanat Kumara, Sanantana, Sanat Kumara, Sanatana. You will find this name. So they are often called the Sanat Kumaras, because that Sanat is found in each of the names. Sanatana, Sanat Kumara, Sanandana, Sanaka Sanandana, Sanat Kumara, Sanantana. They are given these different names. They are the Sanat Kumaras. They are the Kumaras of Brahma himself, the creative principle. And they are with Shiva learning from the teaching principle. That is the manifestation here. And it is said that these are the 4 who, when they were more childlike, visited Vaikunta, wanted to see Lord Vishnu, and the Dwarapalaka, they laugh at them and chase them away. And they curse the Dwarapalakas, Jaya Vijaya, who are then born in the 3 incarnations to get killed by Lord Vishnu, Mahavishnu in his incarnation. Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. Then you have Shishupala and Dantavaktra, and Ravana and Kumbhakarna. So in the 3 aspects they are born, because they say we will take 3 incarnations which are against the divine, get killed by the divine to get back to Vaikunta as early as possible. Now here, the principle of Dakshinamurthy is brought out very beautifully by Adi Shankara. Adi Shankaracharya talks about it. He says, Mauna Vyakya, Pragatita Para Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam. So, Mauna Vyakya, how does Dakshinamurthy Shiva teach? In silence. That is the highest level of teaching, where you don't have to say anything, you don't have to give video recordings, you don't have to give class notes, you don't have to give PPTs. The Guru sits there, the students sit there, and the teachings flow. The highest level of teaching is when you don't have to say anything. The lowest level is when you have to give hard copy printouts and the students think that they know it because they have the printout. The highest level of teaching, Mauna Vyakya, in that state of silence, the teachings are flowing. Eternal teachings are flowing in silence, not in words. The words which are Vaikari, they are like a loss of energy. When you learn in silence, that is the moment where the highest learning occurs. Kamban, the great Tamil poet, in his Ramayana, he talks about the moment when Rama and Sita see each other. They have been in the Milky Way as Lord Vishnu and Sri Mahalakshmi. And here they meet each other. And in silence, they know each other. They don't have to say a word. Rama doesn't have to say anything. Sita Devi doesn't have to say anything. They know each other straight away. Annalum nokinan, avalum nokinan. Karungadal palliyil kalami pirindavar, pirindavar kudinal pesal vendumo. When those who were separated come together, are words necessary? No, silence is more than enough for the communication to occur. So, Dakshinamurthy Shiva is teaching in silence, the highest form of teaching, not like me, always talking non-stop. Huh? In silence he is teaching. Mauna Vyakya Pragatita Parabrahma Tattvam. That highest teaching of Parabrahma Tattva. The Tattva of the highest Parabrahma is being taught by him in silence. And he is of the form Yuvanam, youthfulness. Mauna Vyakya Pragatita Parabrahma Tattvam Yuvanam. Varshishtantehem Sad Rishigane Avartam Brahmanishtai. The rishis who are constantly in Brahma, thinking of Brahman itself, they have no other thought. Brahmanishtai, they are established in Brahmanishtai. Such rishis are his students. Acharyendram, he is the highest Acharya, the highest teacher. Acharyendram Karakalita Chinmudranandamurtim. He has the Chinmudra, the gesture of consciousness. If you look at Dakshinamurthy Shiva, he'll have the gesture of consciousness here. The Chinmudra will be seen. Chinmudra is the gesture of consciousness. In silence with the Chinmudra he is teaching. And he is of the form of bliss. Anandamurtim. Mauna Vyakya Pragatita Para Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam Varshishtandehem Sad Rishigane Avartam Brahmanishtayim Acharyendram Karakalita Chinmudranandamurtim. Chinmudra Ananda, Chinmudrananda, Mudrananda, Chinmudrananda, Chinmudra Anandamurtim. Swatma Ramam, established in the Swa Atma. Established in the Swa Atma, Swatma Ramam, Mudita Vadanam. His countenance is cheerful, Mudita. Maharishi Patanjali tells us, when you find noble people, when you find good people, be cheerful towards them. Don't scare them away by going, yeah. Be cheerful towards the good people. Mudita Punya. No wonder Dakshinamurthy Shiva is cheerful, because the rishis who have come to him are the highest of students. The highest level of seekers are coming to Dakshinamurthy Shiva. And he is supporting them by cheerfulness. Mudita Vadanam. Dakshinamurti Mide. Mauna Vyakya Pragatita Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam Varshishtandehem Sad Rishigane Avartam Acharyendram Karakalita Chinmudranandamurtim Swadma Ramam Mudita Vadanam Dakshinamurtim Ide Dakshinamurtim Ide Dakshinamurtim Ide. There is another concept. When we talk of Dakshinamurthy Shiva, he is connected to the connection of Guru, because he is the eternal Guru. Purveshamapi Guruhu Kalenana Vachedat. He is also connected to the Navagraha, the 9 celestial abodes, where we talk about the Guru also, which is related to Jupiter. So on the astrological side, the yantric side, we talk about Guru as Jupiter, the planet, the heaviest planet, the big planet, No wonder Guru is said to be heavy. So all Gurus want to be heavyweight champions. And you have to be heavy to be a Guru. No, it means your opinion carries weight. And not your body, your opinion carries weight. That's the meaning there. So Guru refers to Jupiter also. That is in the planetary system of astrology and Yantra. And if you go to the Guru Sthalam, Alankudi, here in Tamil Nadu, in near Kumbakonam, you have all these Navagraha Sthalam. Alangudi is the Guru Sthalam. And I remember going there, we went to perform there for one of our colleagues. And when we went to perform, in that Sannidhanam, in that temple, the shrine shows Dakshinamurthy. Now, initially I got confused. Then I'm like, seriously, Ananda, why you didn't know this? What were you expecting to see in the Guru Sthalam? Jupiter. But instead of Jupiter, the actual statue is Dakshinamurthy Shiva. So there is an overlap. And that is why there is a very beautiful mantra we say. When we talk about the Guru, that is the Guru as Jupiter, normally Rishabhat Vajaya Vidmahe Grini Hastaya Dhimahe Tanno Guru Prajotayate is the Gayatri. Rishabhat Vajaya, riding the bull, Rishabha. Grini Hastaya Dhimahe Tanno Guru, that Guru as the Jupiter, but here also related to Dakshinamurthy Shiva. They are sorry. They are all related. They are not different. Okay. And that is why for Dakshinamurthy there is a specific mantra. Guruve sarvalokanam vishaje bhavaroginam idaye sarva vidyanam Shri Dakshinamurtaye namaha. Guruve sarvalokanam. You are the Guru of Sarvaloka, all the lokas, all the universes, all the universities, all the colleges, all the planes of existence. You are the Guru of everything. Guruve, Gurave, Sarvalokanam, Bishaje Bhavaroginam. You are getting rid. You are ridding me of what? Bhavaroga. Roga means disease. What is the biggest disease being caught up in this world? Sage Vashishta in the Yoga Vashishta tells Rama, there is the Adija Vyadi and Anadija Vyadi. Of the Adija Vyadi, the root is Sara Adija Vyadi. And Sara, the essential disorder, psychosomatic, essential psychosomatic disorder is to be born again and again. To be trapped in the birth, death cycle. Bhava Roga. Bhava is the world around us. We are caught in the world around us. We are suffering from a great disease called Bhava Roga. That is the Sara Adija Vyadi according to sage Vashishta in Yoga Vashishta. 5,000 years ago, this scripture was given. Vashishta Muni teaches Lord Rama. The first recorded psychological counseling session in human history is Yoga Vashishta. And he says that Vishaje Bhavaroginam Nidaye Sarva Vidyanam. In you, Sarva Vidya, all the knowledge is within you. Oh Guru Dakshinamurthy. Guruve Sarva Lokanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Nidaye Sarva Vidyanam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Shri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Such a beautiful concept. You are not just giving me knowledge. You are not just giving me data, information in a hard drive or a pen drive or handouts. You are giving me the knowledge that will help me get rid of Bhava Roga so that I don't have to come back again. The Yoga Vashishta tells us that is Atma Jnana. The Atma Jnana, when you know yourself, when you realize yourself, when you realize the self, you don't have to come back again. You have passed the exam. You don't have to attend any more classes by coming and being born on this planet. That is the message. Atma Jnana. Who gives us Atma Jnana? Atma Jnana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The Guru who opens our eyes dispels the darkness. Aneka janma samprapta karma bandha vidahine. All the karma bandha that is from so many lifetimes. Aneka janma samprapta karma bandha vidahine. Atma jnana pradhanena tasmai shri gurave namaha. The Guru is one who gives us Atma Jnana, enables us to know ourselves, not more information, not another PhD, not another research paper, not another feather on our cap. That is what we are all looking for. If you say, do you want to learn something? Will I get a certificate? Will it be approved by Yoga Alliance or whatever alliance is there, nonsense alliances? Will it be approved? Will it have CPD? Will it be hours credited to my qualification? No. Atma Jnana Pradhanena. That Guru who gives you Atma Jnana is giving you the ticket to exit this whole merry-go-round in which you are stuck. We are in that merry-go-round, round, and grounding ourselves totally. We want to escape that, escape velocity. Going off on a tangent, the escape velocity is what we want. Escape velocity is Atma Jnana. Given by the Guru. That is the Guru, not one who gives you some more information, not one who gives you some more techniques, not one who says, come to me, I will save you, just pay me for it. Run away from such guys. They are not Gurus at all. When we have that capacity for Atma Jnana, that is what Dakshinamurthy Shiva is signifying. Giving us that knowledge of the self. When you know yourself, at that point you don't have to come back anymore. When you don't know yourself, you have to keep on coming back trying to find yourself. That is why the question, who am I? Ramana Maharshi tells us, Nan Yar. The great rishis tell us, Koham. Soham is the answer. That's the technical answer, theoretical answer. When you realize it, you transcend the Bhava Roga, the disease of being caught in this world. Bhava Roga. And that is why Gurave Sarva Lokanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam. Vishaje Bhavaroginam. Nidaye Sarva Vidyanam Shri Dakshinamurthy Namaha. When we worship Dakshinamurthy Shiva, we are opening ourselves to that Atma Jnana, the highest layer of wisdom that is possible. Gives us the escape velocity. We don't have to come back and suffer the tapatraya. Adi Bhautika, Adi Dairvika, Adhyatmika, all the tapa. Tapatraya, all the three types of karma. Adi Bhautika karma, Adi Daivika karma, Adhyatmika karma. You don't have to suffer it anymore because you have come to know yourself. That is Dakshinamurthy Shiva. That is the Guru principle. Purvesham abhi Guru kalena navacheda. That is the Guru who is Dakshinamurthy Shiva. And that is why in our tradition, we always sit in the south facing the north, and the teacher, be it Swamiji, Ammaji, myself, whoever is teaching, from the north we try to teach. The only time the exception is given is in the morning when the sun is rising. And then the teacher can sit in the east so that the students will face east, the rising sun. The rising sun that signifies growth. But at other times for yoga practices, for learning, you face north because the teaching principle flows from north to south. North is considered the head. South is considered the toes. And so the knowledge has to flow from head to the toe, not toe to head. Toe to head is the modern education. Modern education is toe to head, not head to toe. Real life education, spiritual education is head to toe. So it has to be that. You know, at Kamli Swami Madam, and we are going to go there. We are going to go there for the puja. Upstairs, you may have seen the Shiva.
Yeah, we do. Like it's mostly upstairs, so I think during the Guru Puja we see it, not usually on the other occasions. But like recently, I think a few years ago it was painted and it was really good, and some of you would have seen some photos, I think. Like
today's poster I've used that image of the Dakshinamurthy Shiva in Kamle Swami Madam. And as a young kid, I was there when the Sitpi, the sculptor, was making it. And it is very beautiful how they make, first they put the metal rods, then they apply the small brick pieces, then the rough cement, and then the fine cement. So I was there when it was made, and Swamiji used to sit in front of that and teach. We used to do our classes up there. And that is such a life-like image. Now when it's painted, it's even more lifelike. And it's so beautiful, that image of Shiva as that youthfulness, teaching in silence, the youthful teacher with Chinmudra, Ananda Murti of the form of bliss, and having Mudita Vadanam, having a cheerful countenance. Such a beautiful concept of those four rishis. Up there, that used to be the place where Swamiji would often teach the sessions. And one of the first statues built upstairs there, along with the other, there's that very nice one of the whole family, Shiva, Parvati, Muruga, and Ganesha, also in the Madam. Kamli Swami Madam was hailed as the Shanti Niketan of South India until it was virtually destroyed by the government of Puducherry and all the people who cannot see something good happen in our country. There are a lot of them, including the Hindu religious institutions unit of the government of Tamil Nadu and Pondichery. They will destroy everything. They'll take God out of it and just keep the building, make it a monument, along with the Archaeological Survey of India, who put up that monument. This is a monument board in Tanjore Temple, which is a living temple. They call it a monument. These guys, they come in, they destroy it. They can only see the building. They can only see the land, how to sell the land, how to make money for their pockets. They cannot see the spirituality. And such a beautiful creation Swamiji had created there at Kamle Swami Madam. And the Shiva Shakti Tandava statue. Such a beautiful Shiva Shakti Tandava statue that welcomes everyone as you walk in. The huge Natarajas, the Devis, the grand Saraswati statue behind the Swamiji's Samadhi. What beauty was created by Swamiji and Ammaji. And the Dakshinamurthy statue stands testament to that. Beauty that did not exist was created by Swamiji and Ammaji, as said by the Buddha. Create the beauty that has not existed before. That is what they have done. And the principle of Dakshinamurthy enables that to happen. Personally, for me, Dakshinamurthy Shiva is very close because I consider Dakshinamurthy to be my Ishta Devata, my chosen form of the divine to which I identify the most. And maybe that is why I think, give me a chance, I'll teach 24 hours a day, because when I'm teaching, I'm at my best. When
what
I'm
about
teaching
teaching in silence? Do you think you'll lose all your students or you'll gain more students?
I don't know what will happen, because the students need my jokes. And I always tell people, I say, I don't guarantee enlightenment, but I guarantee entertainment. So my classes will have a lot of entertainment. So if I'm silent, I don't know. I don't know if they'll be as entertained in silence. So currently I am in my speaking mode, but maybe there will be a time where I can elevate my teaching and the students can elevate their learning, where we just have to teach by silence. And in many ways, it already happens. Because I think the best students that I have, the best students that Swamiji and Ammaji have, are not students who attended the classes the most, but are students who have learned just by being with them. Just by being with the teacher, you imbibe the teachings. You don't have to have a special class. And people ask me, did your father give you special teachings? Did he teach you secrets that others were not taught? I say no. Just being with him was the greatest teaching. Just to be with my father, just to be with my mother, that is the greatest teaching. To be is the greatest teaching. Not what you learn, not the verbal teaching, not the handouts, not the PPTs, not the YouTubes. No, that is all the packing. That's all the packing, that's all the decoration. The real content is what you get from your teacher by just being. And that is what I think some of the best of my students, I will say, and I love them all. I love each and every one of them equally. But I would say some of the best ones are the ones who just learn by being with me. And they ask themselves the question which I ask myself, which is the question, when in doubt, what would Swamiji do in this situation, is a question I ask myself. I ask myself that question. If in this situation, what would Swamiji do? And I try to do that. And many of my students, they often say, when in doubt, we think, what would Ananda do? what would Ananda do? And I think that's the best teaching, that they don't have to write to me, Dr. Ananda, my cat is sick, what do I do? Do I take it to the hospital or not? You don't have to write to your guru to do that, okay? You have to think. You have to be yourself. That is the highest level of teaching, is being. And I have learned so much from Swamiji, so much from Ammaji, so much from all my gurus. Ranganathan sir in music, Krishnamurthy sir in Mridangam. Sankaranayanan sir, I just have to sit there as he's singing and everything comes into me. Professor Madan Mohan sir, just by being with him, he didn't have to teach me. Just by him being himself and me being with him, I could learn. Professor Bijlani sir, what a great teacher. He never took a single class to me, but I consider a great teacher to me, because just by being with him, I learned. I think this is the most important thing, and that is what Dakshinamurthy Shiva is reminding us. It is not what the teacher teaches you by words, but by action, by their being. The guru is the teaching is the guru, and that is why when we live the teachings, the guru lives on in us. So it's not about finding more techniques, it's not finding more concepts, it's about going deep into ourselves. That is the message. In the deep state of silence, in that state which is a chitta vritti nirodha, silence is a chitta vritti nirodha. In that state of chitta vritti nirodha, in that state of silence, you will find yourself. And when you find yourself, well, you are you. There's no dichotomy. You don't have to come back again. Beautiful messages that I get from Dakshinamurthy Shiva. So for me, an Ishta Devata, and whenever I pray, it's often to the Guru Spirit. For me, I don't need a separate God. For me, Guru is God. Na Guru adhikam tattvam, na Guru adhikam tapaha. Tattva jnanat param nasti tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha is my principle. Nothing higher than the Guru. And for me, the connection to Dakshinamurthy Shiva is very, very deep to the universal Prajna Loka, what is called the Prajna Loka, the seventh level of consciousness. Tasya Saptada Pranta Bhumi Prajna, as Maharishi Patanjali reminds us. I think I've gone off on a tangent today.
No. Because as we discuss about the Guru, we have to also see some other points. I think we could end with one of your songs. Was it your composition on Dakshinamurthy?
Yes, actually I composed on Dakshinamurthy in Kannada. And not only Dakshinamurthy, I bring in the concept of different forms of Shiva, as Lingeshwara, as Vaitishwara, and in Pondichery as Vedapuri Ishvara. So all of these were brought together in that. Mamuniva portum yogiye, Mamuniva portum yogiye, Guruve Tirube Dakshinamurthiye, Mamuniva portum yogiye, Guruve Tirube Dakshinamurthiye, Mamuniva portum yogiye, Karunakarane Yogeshwarane, Karunakarane Yogeshwarane, Gunanalam Tandarulum Vaideshwarane, Gunanalam Tandarulum Vaideshwarane, Karuna Karane Yogeshwarane, Gunanalam Tandarulum Vaideshwarane, Mamuniva portum yogiye, Guruve Tirube Dakshinamurthiye, Mamuniva portum yogiye. 18 வயதாக மார்க்கண்டேயன் விளங்க காலனை உதைத்த லிங்கேஸ்வரனே. 18 வயதாக மார்க்கண்டேயன் விளங்க காலனை உதைத்த லிங்கேஸ்வரனே. இருளகந்தை அழிக்கும் சதுர்வேதமறைகள். இருளகந்தை அழிக்கும் சதுர்வேதமறைகள். போற்றிடும் வேதபுரி தனிலே ஈஸ்வரனே. போற்றிடும் வேதபுரி தனிலே ஈஸ்வரனே. இருளகந்தை அழிக்கும் சதுர்வேதமறைகள். இருளகந்தை அழிக்கும் சதுர்வேதமறைகள். போற்றிடும் வேதபுரி தனிலே ஈஸ்வரனே. போற்றிடும் வேதபுரி தனிலே ஈஸ்வரனே. மாமுனிவர் போற்றும் யோகியே. குருவே திருவே தட்சிணாமூர்த்தியே. மாமுனிவர் போற்றும் யோகியே. யோகியே யோகியே யோகியே. தட்சிணாமூர்த்தியே. குருவே 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 குருவே. I think that's a nice way to end this episode. 27 episodes we have had of Tell Me Appa. Started off with this young girl wanting to ask her father questions. In Tamil, Appa is father, and so Tell Me Appa was codified by Ammaji as the title of this series. And starting to discuss concepts, know about personalities, and our way of learning from each other and letting you also learn in the process so many things that we share in this beautiful tradition of Rishi culture, Geetananda Yoga.
So thank you all and for your support. You all have made season 1 and season 2 a grand success, and thank you for your presence and for your love and blessings always, which are very much required. So just a small reminder again that this afternoon from 5 o'clock Indian Standard Time, we have the Diwali get together. So please join us on Zoom, and we'll be sharing the link we'll be sharing it again today on Facebook and the other ways to contact all of you through groups or through the mail or whatever. So don't forget, let's celebrate Diwali, and we'll have some slokam chanting and some stories of Diwali also, so that we all can think of the good concepts and make sure that Diwali may act as a catalyst to help us all to get over this hard time of COVID. So please join us this evening. It will be a short one, and keep supporting us in our other things, and we'll be back soon with season 3 with many more ideas coming up. Thank you.